So what do you got to say to Trump and Governor Newsom right now?
We didn't come on the Mayflower. Understand that?
Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Echo. I got AC behind the lens. Welcome back to the Living Part. The protests are going down in San Diego. We decided to report and get some answers. Since his mom and my dad are both from Mexico, and we're both proud Americans.
We will not stand for another king. We overthrew our last king in 1776, and we'll do it again. No king! No king! No king! No king! No king! No king! No king!
Why did you come out to protest, and what is your message you want the world to hear?
Well, let's see. Let's begin with a Cheeto man who was wrapped and sealed by Congress himself, okay? And that the people of the United States and our liberties and under the amendments are being taken advantage of and being totally disrupted from. And as a representative of the Statue of Liberty, and we say, remove this tyranny from those people that are being oppressed.
I come from immigrant parents that immigrated more than 25 years ago to give me a better life. So I think it's important for me to step up and be their voice as they can't come out and protest for themselves.
Yeah.
Well, today it's with everyone else, intersectionality wise, you know, you got queer people coming out, you got people protesting for their immigrant family, you got people coming out to talk, you know, for their educational rights, for, you know, all types, all the different angles today. But for me specifically, I'm here as a queer Latino that's first generation, Mexican American. I'm someone that was a foster kid. There's a lot of, you know, foster youth and, you know, youth that are going through it right now that don't have the support they need. You know, Job Corps is getting messed with. People with disabilities are getting messed with right now. And so I'm just kind of all encompassing with all of that, just to say, fuck Donald Trump and fuck everything that he's trying to do against everybody right now.
It's a report on the protest because both of our parents are actually immigrants, but we wanted to get a consensus on what's going on. Why did you come out to protest, and what's your message?
That's a good question. I came out to protest. I've protested this president, I'm looking this way, this president before. So I came out just generally, I don't think he's a good leader of our nation. But in particular, what's happening in Los Angeles and the way it's being reported in the news as if all of downtown Los Angeles is on fire, which is not true. At the same time that protest was happening, there was peaceful, the gay pride parade went on peacefully. And so to me, also just being out here to stand in solidarity with Los Angeles, and unfortunately in solidarity with what's happening in Minnesota right now, in solidarity with people who aren't safe to come out and protest, who don't feel like they can have their voices heard, to make sure that I'm out here protesting for that. And I'm very anti-Trump and anti the policies, and I'm a lawyer. So here's to the rule of law, and for lawyers speaking up for that, and for lawyers making sure their voices are being heard as well.
Why are you protesting, and what's your message to the people?
Fuck Donald Trump.
You think the protesting is going to make a difference?
I fucking hope so.
You think our voices are being heard?
Shit, yeah.
What kind of other support you think the local leaders should bring?
Stop deportation. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. Just get ICE the fuck out of here.
Hell yeah. What would you tell Trump right now?
He needs to get the fuck out and honestly just die at this point. You're so old, like just bro, like take it. Like just get out.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a good one.
Hello. Why are you protesting, and what's your message to the people?
Because Trump is a racist, homophobic, sexist, abuser, and we won't stand for it, and immigrants are welcome in this country, and fuck ICE, and fuck Trump again.
I think anything to do with nonviolence, we will make a difference, because there is definitely more of us than there is of them. And you know what I say? no more tacos de mierda, okay? And in English that says no tacos of shit, because the American people are done. So raise your voices, be creative, and move forward, because believe it or not, you are making a difference. Thank you. Adelante.
Adelante. Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
What's your message?
Well, you can see on my sign it says hands off my granddaughter's future. I've been doing this demonstrating for a long time, since the mid-60s, you know, for a lot of different, Vietnam War, the draft, everything. But Trump is really scary, you know, and I think people that see him headed toward authoritarianism or fascism may be right. So it's time to build a resistance here, I think.
As of right now, where we stand, what are your views on America?
America is looking really corrupt. Donald Trump, if you ever see my face, I hope you remember this face. I hope that this face reminds you of every person out here protesting for the injustice that you are causing. You're a coward. You're useless. You don't deserve any good coming your way. Myself, just like everyone else here, just wants our rights back. Not for us, but for our parents, for our grandparents, for our older generations.
I'm here with you, okay? It's No Kings protest. Welcome back to the Lit Report. I'm Echo, AC behind the lens, and we came to report on the protest and get some answers. Follow me. How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Why are you protesting, and what's your message to the people?
Well, it's because, mainly because my family is basically all Mexicans, and I actually come from there. I live in Mexico, towards their pockets and their wallets instead of our freedoms as citizens.
What would you tell Trump right now if he was watching?
I would tell him to go fuck himself. He's nothing but a piece of scum, and he needs to be removed from office. He makes America everything but great.
Fuck Trump. First of all, he needs to get out of his office. But overall, man, just fucking pay attention. You know, pay attention to the people that make America, you know, and it's the immigrants, the people that pick your food.
Get out of office while you're still alive, because this is only gonna get worse. It really is, unless the people start being respected and treated equally. It's all stars and stripes. What about basic human rights?
Ooh, I like that saying.
Of course.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you, you too.
What's your message?
I gotta defend the raza, you already know. ICE is being brutal out there. Gotta defend the raza.
That's right.
Gotta stand up.
You think the protest is gonna make a difference, or should
It
we
is.
do more?
It better make a difference. They don't want riots, so they better listen to us peacefully.
What would you tell Trump right now?
God bless him. That's it. No hate. Because we want peace, right?
Yeah.
Why would we react with hate?
Hey. If Trump was listening right now, what would you tell him?
You'd be better off without you and another year with you. So we're going to be here standing out for immigrants and standing out for people who are occupied. We'll be out here, I mean, the whole summer if it takes, the whole year, the whole 4 years. It doesn't matter.
So what do you got to say to Trump and Governor Newsom right now?
Governor Newsom, you need to run for president, and you need to get this traitor, this bigot, the one that has his family give all the money in their pockets to his rich billionaires. These are the people, for the people. Constitution of the United States says it.
Trump and Governor Newsom were listening, what would you say to them?
I mean, Newsom is not necessarily my favorite, but I wouldn't say that. But for Governor Newsom, I would definitely say please keep the lawsuits going and keep fighting against the military being in our state. And for President Trump, I don't even know what I'd say if I were to say to him face to face. Like, your policies are not good. They're anti-American. Please resign. And when it's time to go, get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Have a blessed day.
At the end of the day, why I'm here is because we are still powerful. We are the people. We have the power. We are the power. And so I'm asking everyone to revolt. It's time for a revolution. We are the power. Let's take that and fight the people that need to be fought.
You know what speaks volumes is this. Raise your fist if you're here to protect us! Are you here to protect us? Raise your fist! Are you here to protect us? And that says enough! That right there says enough! They are not with us! Never believe they are!
I'm protesting for my ancestors and we need to speak the truth.
You think the protesting is gonna make a difference, or should we do more?
I feel like everybody should be outside right now and just maybe keep it calm, and our voices just need to be heard. So yes, I agree on protesting.
If you were talking to Trump or you saw him, what would you tell him right now?
Pues que se chingue la verga. Que me la pela. That's what I want to tell him.
That's right.
We have a government that's actively ignoring court orders and violating the Constitution and not listening to, not following the law. And when you make excuses for it, like, oh, people are being violent, people are doing this, and the media eats it up. The media constantly reports on it too, and it's like, but you see all these videos of people who are obviously not being violent, and they don't get as much traction. And like, basically, it's the job of the people to get involved when you have a government that's not going to follow the law. When you have a government that's going to actively violate the Constitution and ignore the highest court of the land, what option do we have?
So, are you and your family doing anything to protect from ICE?
Protect, yes. Those without papers have to stay at home right now.
If ICE was going to raid right now, you think the police will protect us?
No, not really.
That's
I
crazy.
feel like it's crazy because we have to have protection. Everybody probably has some kind of protection, either pepper spray, maybe a knife. I don't know, but it's really serious.
You hear that, guys? Protesters don't even feel safe out here. Come on, bro. I thought you run 2 miles every day. Yes, sir.
I'm a Marine veteran, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, check this out. Okay, I'm a Marine veteran, Mexicano. All right, so, you know, I protect the Constitution, give people a due process. Okay, I'm cool with it. When I start seeing people getting handcuffed at the immigration office, at the court, the immigration courts, people getting separated and handcuffed, that's not good. That's just not good. That's the beginning of overreach. They're coming into our communities and destroying the fabric of what America is. You know, we have our civil rights.
You think today is going to be a turning
Oh,
point?
absolutely. I think today, okay, first of all, I didn't know until 3 hours ago they murdered a congresswoman in Minnesota. Okay, they walked in, so I don't know who it was. He was uniformed, and he killed her, and I think I don't know, not mortally injured, but injured I think 3 other people. I don't know all the details. Okay, so that's the undertones of this is supremacy. There's a lot of, you know, you hate to just submit to conspiracy theories, but there's a lot of hatred on the other side, and they're using the police, ICE, FBI to oppress us. It's not going to happen. Not on my watch. So you asked me whether I think this is going to make it. I think it's definitely going to make an impact. If we got 2,000 people doing these types of marches across the country, there's going to be a shift in voting in this next midterm. Okay, so that's going to start to happen. So
if ICE came and raided the protest, you think these fools behind us right here protect us?
Well, I think this city, I've been kind of watching those agreements, right? Certain cities have agreements with ICE or the federals to help and to not participate. I don't know. It seems to me like they kind of were cool with us. They kind of directed us.
Nice.
They weren't like aggressive like
That's
they
good
in
to
Florida. You see the sheriff in Florida. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's like, see that type of attitude, that Florida sheriff that came out and says we're gonna kill you dead. Well, I mean, that's KKK racism. I mean, it's just the undertone of what's happening. And my name is Luis Andujo. That's my name. Okay. All right, and I'm here in this country legally, and I've served the United States Marine Corps. I got good conduct medals. I've done everything by the book. But seeing people getting handcuffed at the immigration courts is fucked up.